Your words do not have any significance in how people treat you, view you, or respect you compared to your actions. And I think a lot of people don't realize that, right? So it's like the friend who says they're always on time, right? Like, I'm an on time friend, but every time you hang out with them, they're 10 minutes late, 5 minutes late. Oh, my dog's got to pee. My car broke down, whatever. And it's like, sure, they can say that, but those words have legitimately no meaning because every experience you've had with them contradicts completely. It's the complete opposite of that. And I think this is where a lot of people run themselves into the wall when they're talking about their big goals. They're talking about, I'm going to start this business. I'm going to make all this money. Or, I'm finally going to cut, guys. I'm going to stick to my diet and lose this weight. And then they don't do it. And that just creates like such a valley of disrespect. And I think most people would be significantly better off if they learned what being humble actually is, what true humility is, which in my opinion, I think it's more of just, kind of working in silence without expecting any kind of validation from people and without thinking that you're better than you are or you're farther ahead than you are. And I think a lot of people don't do that. I think a lot of people fall to the standards that they have for themselves when people aren't watching, which is normally pretty low because most people are motivated by external validation. And I just can't, nothing drives me crazier than someone who talks a big talk but does not walk that walk at all. And I think a lot of people, specifically who are in a scenario where they maybe don't want to be, maybe they aspire for more, but they're not in a scenario, use scenario twice, where they're actually taking the action to get to a better spot, which is what would actually increase your confidence, by the way, not telling everyone what you're going to do. It makes you feel good in the moment. That's a whole nother story. I just think so many people do this to themselves, and I don't know if other people see it, but I see it and I lose respect immediately. For example, I have a client in my business, a couple clients actually, who sometimes are slow to get payments in or late to get payments. And when I follow up to ask for the payment, this has happened multiple times with multiple people, by the way. They'll say something along the lines of, oh, I'm sorry, just, been busy. I'm not that kind of guy. I'll get that over you ASAP. And it's like, sure, that's great. You can say that. But when I've had this scenario with you multiple times where you do pay me late or you don't pay me all the way at one time, your words mean nothing because it completely contradicts all the experiences that I've had with you. And it makes me lose respect for that person, lose trust in that person. And just overall, it's like a red flag. It's like someone I would never want to do business with, or, I kind of stop working with those customers a lot of time because it's just so, I don't know. I don't like it. Sorry for the crooked video, bad quality. This was a sauna thought, so I just had to get in my car and rip it out real quick because it just drives me crazy. Like, it really drives me crazy, and I really think that so many people act this way, and it's just embarrassing. It's embarrassing. It doesn't do anything for you. It makes you feel good in the moment, whether that's, like I said in the earlier scenario, where you're talking about starting a business and you're going to make all this money and you're posting about it. You're like, on the grind today, guys, another day on the grind. And then 2 months later, you go back to your old ways because, I don't know. Or the other scenario, it's like you can temporarily save yourself by putting on this external shell, this external ego shell, but it really doesn't do anything. And I've owned my business for about 1.5 years now. I've been on like a personal development journey, I guess you could call it, for like just 2 years around this point. And the more I've gotten into it and the more skilled and more confident I've gotten, the less I share what's going on in my life with anyone. Like, I do not talk a big talk at all. In fact, most people don't even know what I do. Like, seriously, like, most people have no clue that I have a business. Most people have no clue that I work every hour of every day, except for when I'm pumping iron like a meathead. And I don't need people to know that. But it just drives me crazy when I can clearly see, like, people that aren't they're not working. They're not working, but they're acting like they're working, and they're talking like they're working, and they're posting like they're working. And it's just like, dude, it's embarrassing. And I don't share with I consistently have shared less about what's going on in my life and less talking myself up, because as you build real, like, genuine confidence in yourself, you don't give a single fuck what other people think because it's just so rare. And like, I don't know, I used to post everything. I used to post about like how, like, all these different things to just show people that I was doing good and I was on a good path. And, you know, at the beginning of my journey, it was for social validation reasons and to get back at people and to, you know, I just had like a chip on my shoulder, and I still absolutely have a chip on my shoulder, but it's just like, I don't feel the need to share that anymore. Oh, fuck. I feel like this video took a complete turn. I feel like this is, not even what I was talking about at the beginning of the video. Let's try to circle back here. Yeah, if you're, simply put, this whole video is trying to emphasize that if your actions do not align with your words mean nothing. And that just makes you so untrustworthy. I have no respect for people like that. And you'd be a lot better off if you just, like I said, kind of did the work to make yourself into the person that you're temporarily flaunting that you are. Just become that person, because it's possible and you can do it. I think that's it. This is just an angry, it's not an angry rant. It's more of like so many people would be so much better off and even just more respected if they didn't ask this way. Even if you did nothing else but talked a very small talk about yourself, you'd have more respect than being someone who is like a big talker but not a big walker. Like, if you just were this, if you stayed the same level of income, stayed the same physical appearance, stayed the same whatever, but you didn't talk yourself up, you'd have so much more respect. So it just drives me crazy when people say one thing and do another. And I think if you ever catch yourself doing this, be conscious of it, because it's really a bad look. And yeah, that's it for today. I'm sorry. I promise I'm a nice guy. If you look at some of my other videos, I'm very happy and cheery. But I just got out of a beautiful shoulder day. I was in the sauna. I was just fired up, just thinking about this. I'm like, God, why do people act this way? So that's it for today. Hope you guys have an awesome weekend, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.